my name is Matt Wacek. I am the founder of Launchpreneurship, and in this video I'm going to basically just do a quick rundown of what all is contained in our lawn, landscape, and snow business management and operations training course. So we start off with registering your business, going about how to figure out which legal structure is best for your company, whether or not you should start with a partner, choosing a name, and a whole bunch of other stuff, as well as registering with the proper governing body within your area. That might be Department of Commerce or Secretary of State, it really depends on your area, but we dive into all of that. Then we get into financials, which basically covers all things with bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, a tax timeline, so that way you know at the end of the year what you need to be doing before you go meet with your accountant. So things like getting your W-2s sent out to your employees, getting 1099s sent out to subcontractors, all of that and a whole lot more, as well as going into the depths of bookkeeping and keeping basically your numbers in order so that way you know whether or not you're profitable with the different financial statements that are available through an accounting system, so that way you know the health of your business, like your balance sheet, cash flow statement, and of course profit and loss. So then after that we get into trucks and equipment, so everything from learning about pickups to big dump trucks down into cab overs, all the way up to like mini excavators, skid loaders, and everything down to measuring tools on landscape projects like a level and even string lines and all the use that those have on job sites. So we also cover the maintenance side of things, the snow and ice management, and a whole lot more in that. So then we get into actually providing the services for our clients. So we do how-to instructions for lawn, landscape, and snow services, everything from mowing grass to dethatching, aerating, up to plowing residential driveways, supplying salt, and installing patios, installing retaining walls, mulch. So then we get into pricing all of these types of jobs, and we do it with actual numbers and figuring out how to recover our overhead, how to recover our cost of goods sold, always known as direct costs, so the costs that you use to actively provide the service that you are doing for your clients, and then the overhead, which is your fixed expenses primarily, so things like insurance and building leases and all those sorts of things. And then of course applying profit, getting salaries paid, all that is covered in that section. So then after that we get into marketing, which is my absolute favorite part of business in general, because when you are able to have someone purchase your service, you not only are making money and you have clients coming into your company, but you now are able to use those pricing systems that were established in the pricing section. You then get to use all the how-to instructions on a job site, on clients' properties, while you're making money. And then you also be able to go out and purchase the trucks and equipment learned about in the earlier sections. That is why it is one of the coolest sections of the entire course. So then after that we get into business management and operations, which is really answering the question of how the heck do I run a business? I know how to sell jobs, I know how to do the work, but what are the other things I need to know? And that's what we answer. We cover things like scheduling your work weeks for landscape projects as well as for lawn services, and then snow event procedures or protocol. So basically answering the question of how do we schedule out what properties get done when, and we do this for both lawn and snow actually. But the biggest thing with snow events is that if it falls at 11 p.m. on a Saturday, it's a totally different structure and schedule of what properties get done when than if it falls at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, because the properties that need to be done are totally different. And then we get into handling weather and how to schedule things around that and make sure things get done properly before it rains. So then after that we also get into client communication, so talking to them via phone, via email, as well as how to go about talking with property management companies to get work from them, managing stress, as well as going about the different types of clients that you will encounter in your business endeavors. So that's just the management operations section. Then we get into the employee management section, which is talking all about hiring, managing, and firing employees, because it's something that's really a tough subject within the outdoor service industry, and it's something that's really tough. And if you ask most landscape contractors, that's the number one issue that they have, is finding good talent that wants to come to work hard every day, and show up on time, and all those sorts of things. And it can be something that's really tough that a lot of people struggle with. So then after that we get into kind of a guru-esque type of section, but it's something that is really important, and that is motivation, mindset, and then a little bit of networking as well. Because if your mind isn't in the right state and you don't have the right mindset on things when it comes to business and communicating with clients and communicating with all the people that are in your life, and then dealing with all the negativity around you and just all those sorts of things, it can really derail your business and derail where you're trying to go with your business. And that's something that we wanted to cover in that, because that's something I really struggled with in the first couple of years, because I had a whole just negative group of friends all around me telling me I couldn't do it, or it's going to be a lot of work and you're better off just going and getting a job. And obviously we're no longer friends, to say the least, when it comes to that. But those are things that you're going to experience when you start a business, because everyone else is working a job. They have their set routine, they go about their days with the job, and then they get their weekends. But as a business owner, you're doing things totally different. So we covered a lot of that. So then the final module is landscaping case study projects. We basically go over a whole bunch of different projects that we've done over the years and identify the problems that we had solved for our clients. So a lot of them were go in, demolish the old landscape, all the old crap that's just in an old landscape, haul it out, install new, or building hardscapes, and just all kinds of things in that realm, as well as the problems that we encountered as contractors, because there were so many things that came up that just, it's almost embarrassing, but like not finding somewhere to go dump material because we were working on a whole different side of the area that we normally were not working in, and then having to drive 15 miles one way to just dump, and having to dump 10 times through a job. That costs a lot of money to do that, a lot of fuel and time. So there's just one mistake. And really just the whole point of the case study section is to prevent you from making those really expensive mistakes, because there were a lot of times that we either lost money on jobs because we didn't factor those types of things in, or we left a lot of money on the table, and that's something that we also cover as well. So then after all of the training modules and all the lessons that they offer, we have a private mastermind group where you can discuss with like-minded business owners and talk ideas, talk goals, ask questions, and get them answered by not only me, but as well as the other members within the group. And then multiple times per month, you'll get to sit down in a live webinar with me and some of the guest coaches that we'll have in the future and ask questions, anything and everything pertaining to business, and you'll be able to get them answered live, real time. So if that sounds like something that would pique your interest, there'll be a link somewhere here on the screen, but definitely down below in the bio. You can check it out. And the cool thing about it is that we just opened it up a couple days ago. So the first 100 spots, if you want to get in at a super deeply discounted rate, you can. But once those first 100 spots are gone, the price is skyrocketing by about 40%. So if you are interested, definitely go check it out. Link somewhere here on the screen, and as well as down below in the bio. So with that being said, my name is Matt Wacek. I'm the founder of Entrepreneurship. Thanks for checking out this video, and we will see you in the next video.